This is KUGAN CASSIUS for Rifle TV in association with Mackinson Marbella. We're at the Pride of Manchester press conference in the final one, Crolla versus PEREZ 2. With me I've got trainer Joe Gallagher. You upset everyone on every table, Joe.
Jeez, there's something in the water. It's hurricane. I thought it's Hurricane Abigail, Hurricane Habana. Must be Stormy Joe at the moment. I don't know. Listen, what happened was they asked me an opinion what will go on fight. I said, well, in the first fight, Anthony hurt him in round 2, and if we hurt him in this fight, we'll finish. His interpreters replayed that, translated it, come across. Oh, 1 minute, KUGAN. I believe I have to look at you in the camera, in the eyes, for me to clarify my Irish heritage. So, Barry, I'm watching, and I'll look you in the eye. When you're picking Carl Frampton up off the floor, don't run like Carl on the night, okay? So, we'll see you soon. Anyway, KUGAN.
Okay.
That was absolutely... Joe, what? Let's talk about Crolla. We'll do a separate one on them because they're absolutely... Mrs. Brown and the boys over there, absolutely. Go on, carry on.
Some people were saying from the first fight where Crolla gave it his all, and people were saying that PEREZ wasn't 100%, that a question of whether he can replicate that going into the second fight, his best chance may have been in the first fight. What do you think about that?
Yeah, listen, I can understand the point with that there, but I do feel in the first fight there was a lot of emotion going into the fight. A lot of people saying, oh, you should have had a warm-up first. But he went in there and there was a lot of emotion in the fight, but he's come out of it now. He knows he can win this. He knows he hurt Dallas Perez last time, and I need to see the nasty side of Anthony Crolla in this fight. We've seen it when he's fought Gavin Rees, when he's fought John Murray, John Watson. He's got the spite in him, and like you say with Callum Smith recently, Liam Smith snarling. Anthony needs to be that nasty man. He can't be Mr. Nice Guy for this fight. Not many people in life get 2 bites of the cherry, and Anthony's got a chance here of being part of history on Saturday night, being another world champion for Manchester, which will be 3. Terry Flanagan, Scott Quigg. He's got to go in there and take care of business.
The first fight was, you're right, all about the emotion, the return. Didn't know at one point whether Crolla was ever going to box again, let alone fight for a world title. But this was different. He sort of come through that, proved he can mix it at that level, and like Eddie Aaron said, it's a clean slate for this fight, isn't it? You can't really take too much of, once they're in the ring, of what happened in that first fight.
Yeah, I feel this fight is very much like a World Cup final. It's half time. We had a moment in the first half, we didn't take it. It's half time now. It's how the coaches go back, make tactical adjustments to change things in the second fight. And this is the second fight, the second half. We've got to make them tactical adjustments. They're going to. We have to nullify them. And I do feel PEREZ has got to come for the knockout, and we've got to make sure we ride whatever rocky moments we get, but then if we do hurt him, that we take him out. I feel Anthony, for this camp, I've been talking to Anthony like a world champion. I've been instilling into him that he is the world champion, and he's here defending his belt, and PEREZ is coming to take that belt back off him, and that's the mentality I've been putting into Anthony for this fight.
Obviously, off the back of the first one, into this one, you said in the press conference that you'll be looking for the knockout. Do you feel like you have to knock out PEREZ?
I feel that PEREZ have to have the knockout. I think both camps are most probably going to the fight a little bit nervy, but fair play to the WBA. The most probably bring in the second fight. You see in rematches that the A-star officials turn up, and I'm usually confident if it goes to points, if Anthony Crolla performs like he did in the first fight, he'll be world champion. But at the same time, Anthony hurt PEREZ last time, and we've got to lock on and finish the job this time and not leave it in the judge's hands. And I think PEREZ won't be 100% confident going into that fight, leaving that like that neither. Would you say, KUGAN?
Would I say? Well, I think that they kind of know what to expect now, obviously off the back of the first fight. So PEREZ has said that he wasn't 100% for that. It will be evident in this fight because there won't be any excuses. So it's interesting. I think Crolla's going to do it though, Joe.
Yeah, but he's got to be great night for Anthony Crolla. Difference a year makes. Kid's career in tatters last year, thought it was over. Brain injuries, leg injuries, and here he is now. Could be a world champion and a world title belt under the Christmas tree for Christmas for him, his family, the people around him. It'd mean the world to him. We'd be so proud.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a customer taxi for Ellison outside reception.
It's not a taxi for Joe Gallagher.
No, that was in Belfast yesterday.
Alright, Joe, well listen, we'll catch up with you over the weekend. Best of luck with the next couple of days, weighing tomorrow obviously. Just before we go, I know we spoke about Anthony Crolla, but do you want to finish off anything you were saying previously? Or
No, well if you were to ask me what did I think the last 3 days of the press tour were like.
Do you want to sum it up for me?
Yeah, I thought if you look at both camps, I said at the beginning of it, we said to Carl and the team, stay classy, And obviously they couldn't. First day, Carl resorted to swearing, apologised. Barry's calling people arseholes yesterday. Carl Frampton's absolutely bit again yesterday. And the coolest man in all of it has been Team Quig, Scott Quig, laughing and joking. And they asked and said to show respect. Okay, they accused me of Eddie of arrogance. Did you see that yesterday? They walked out on the stage, Carl straight away has in a selfie with his crowd, alright? Barry's there, loving it, great, his own self-importance, as always, the Barry show, okay? After that then, when Scott, okay, now Carl, don't forget, said, please let Scott talk. When Scott is talking, he's holding up pieces of paper. Show a bit of respect for a former fighter, a former licence holder, a former, the same world champion, do you understand? It was total smacks of lack of disrespect. They're all the hypocrites. Mrs. Brown and the boys over there yesterday, alright? That's how I view them as. And they were jumping around like they were on a pantomime on a stage. A bunch of comedians yesterday. No class, no respect whatsoever for Scott Quig yesterday. And yet, they turn around and ask people to show them a bit of respect. But they've got to start with it themselves by holding up pieces of paper and then having a go at Scott. Eddie calling Barry and Barry calling Eddie an arsehole. Then Barry questioning me because I don't look at the camera with my eyes. What on earth's all that all about? But like you say, they've got 100 days still to do. They've got big problems ahead, and let them get on with it. But everyone could see quite clearly who the professionals were over the last 3 days.
All right, Joe.
What do you think?
I don't want to get involved in this, Joe.
Oh, come on.
Don't bring me into this, Joe.
KUGAN.
Neutral all the way through this fight.
It's a bit concerning that they feel they need the crowd. It's like a comfort blanket around them. They need the crowd, they need that reassurance that the crowd's behind them and everything else. That's quite concerning. Yesterday they were saying, do you hear that, do you hear that? What, do you not think we've all been to big boxing fights before, and boxing venues and experienced it? We're loving it. We were like, wow, that's what it must be like for me, whether we fought Hatton, and it's like, oh, bring more over from Belfast. It's got to be brilliant. It's got to be brilliant. The more people there, the better from Belfast. It's a great city. I said yesterday, the fans are very knowledgeable, but the more that comes, there'll be more there to say in years to come. Yeah, we were there. That was the night when Carl lost his world title. And I think he didn't have the belt there yesterday, did he? He left it in Manchester. There's a good omen for you straight away.
All right, Joe. Listen, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and I'll catch up with you on Saturday night.
Sound. See you later, mate.
All right, thank you very much.